today we're going to be discussing Deftones' North American tour, their future tour dates, and just a bunch of other things, so stay tuned. Thanks for joining me. I cannot express enough how amazing this has been. So I saw my first Deftones concert March 26th at Bridgestone Arena down in Nashville. Absolutely amazing. Fleshwater, I'm not too familiar with, but when I saw that they were headlining with Deftones, I gave them a listen, as well as Mars Volta. Now, I was running pretty late to the show, so I wasn't able to see Fleshwater perform. By the time I got into the arena and as I was heading to my seat, I heard their last bit of the song that they were performing, and from the hallway, I gotta tell you, they sounded pretty damn good. So I'm kind of bummed out that I missed that, but there's always next time. Now, I did get to sit and watch Mars Volta, which I don't want to yuck your yum, but I wasn't that impressed. I'm pretty sure when I give them another listen and my music library, I'll like them. But I just felt like the instrumentals were really just overpowering the vocals. And also too, they didn't have a Jumbotron type of thing set up, and they didn't have a screen, like a backdrop for them. Well, they had like a backdrop, but there was no like screen to show the artist's face or the performance or anything like that. And I don't know, maybe it was just my ears, it could have been, but I felt like the sound wasn't sounding. You know, it didn't sound good, but and I'm sorry, but I wasn't too into that. So, and I was a little nervous about the set because I didn't see the first artist how their setup was. And to see Mars Volta, I was kind of like, okay, but will Deftones have a screen? There's like, I see no Jumbotrons down, and we're like not the closest to the stage, but the arena was great. The only thing that I was not too fond of was the seats within itself. I'm 5'1", and my knees were touching the back of the seat of the person in front of me. I was just like, oh my gosh. So to get up to go to use the restroom, I was just like, sorry, excuse me, sorry, so sorry. But you know, again, that's my fault. I should have bought a seat that was closer to the aisle. But I was like, I want to be center. I want to see everything. So I was just like, we'll compromise. We can make do with this. This is not bad, you know. I was just really grateful and happy that I was even able to witness them perform, because this is my favorite band of all time. I mean, absolutely nostalgic. Absolutely just, I cried. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Am I embarrassed by it? Maybe a scotch, but you have to understand. My best friend of like forever, since middle school, she flew out from New York to come see me. I hadn't seen her in like 7 years. And this is not her cup of tea, this music. So you're a real one for that. And I thank you. And I applaud you. And I love you. But we had such a great time. It was so much fun. It was so great to make a core memory like this. And, you know, we went, and everyone was nice. The atmosphere was great. The energy in the whole arena was just amazing. It was just, and you know, going to concerts like that, it just like really amazes me to like sit back and just like look at all the people. And it was just like, wow, we're all here to see the same band and just have a good old time and just everything. It was just like some form of like unity or unison within that. That makes it like absolutely just beautiful. So, and they had a surprise guest. I had no idea. So when we were sitting back, they were playing Minerva, and I see a woman come on stage, and yeah, I'm so far back that I can't see it. But then they do show her on the screen that they had, which also too, they had really great artwork and like a whole background thing, which was like really cool. And I was just like, oh, thank God I could see Chino's face and the band and Abe and all of them. I was like, my boys. So that was great. But then we see this woman pop up, and I'm like, who is that? I was like, I was like, maybe it's one of the singers from Fleshwater, or, I don't know. So I was just kind of like, blah, 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 great, having a good old time, And then all of a sudden, the next day is when I found out it was Hayley Williams. I was like, okay, I did not know that, but okay. That was cool. That was a nice little surprise. So that was awesome that she was able to do that, and they were able to orchestrate that and her come out there. And I was just like, wow, I feel so old. But it was so great. And just I don't ever want to forget the experience ever. It was just so wonderful. My best friend of like forever, my favorite person of all time, with my favorite band of all time. It was an overload of very positive emotions. I was just like, this is the best day ever. So I love that. And I'm really looking forward to seeing them again. So I saw that they were playing some other festivals this year. They're going to be at Louder Than Life, which is in Louisville, Kentucky. I went a few years back and it actually got rained out and they had to reschedule it, but then we ended up going and I saw Rob Zombie there and Slipknot and like Pantera played, Dropkick Murphys, In This Moment, Marilyn Manson, I believe, performed there as well. And there was just so many bands. And I love going to festivals because you could just see so many artists within a day or within a couple of days. I love that. So Deftones is going to be there. I think I brought it up here. I brought up the festival lineups. Let me see. Let's see. Concert tour dates. Yep. Let's see. So, what? June. Oh my God, Deftones is going to be playing with Charlie XCX. Interesting. It's in Portugal, so that's out of the question. That's not going to happen. Sorry, got sidetracked. Focus. So, I think maybe it was on the 6th page that I saw it. Yeah, so in September, this is going to be really cool. So, they're going to be playing Louder Than Life in September. So September 18th to the 21st, they're going to have the festival for those like days in the band. So it says Louder Than Life with Slayer, Deftones, Avenged Sevenfold, and many more. And that's for like the 4-day pass. But the Deftones will be playing that Saturday in Louisville. So that's going to be September 20th. And I think I'm going to take a little drive over to Louisville and I'm going to go see them. And I also saw, I mean, the tickets are like pretty expensive. I mean, these tickets for the North American tour, I thought were okay. I mean, they could have been more affordable, but it's okay. I was actually pretty happy with our seats. If you've ever been to Bridgestone, we were in section 120, row L, seats 10 and 11. So it was kind of like over here, like if this is the center of the stage, we were kind of like off to the side a little bit, like maybe like right there. But it was good. I was able to see Chino. He was like miniature. I was like, what is this, an arena made for ants? No. But he was great. He was so great. And I really was like thankful that they had the screen because I was like, whoa, they're the boys. So that was really cool. But yeah, I'm gonna probably plan on going to Louder Than Life on that Saturday. And then they're also going to be playing in St. Louis. Now, again, I live in Nashville, so St. Louis is about like a 5-hour drive. And I was like comparing like price tickets. So I believe the one day for the Louder Than Life is like, it's kind of pricey. Let's see, Saturday. I can tell you right now. So this is going to be Saturday, Louisville. Let's do 2 tickets. You and I are going. My treat. What would you... I mean, general admission is at $254. So that's for 2 tickets, right? See, but this is saying, oh, whoa, hold your horses. $256 each for one day. I don't know about that. Hold on. I think I'm going to have to go by myself. Hold on a second. Let's change 2 tickets to 1. You're joking. Okay. I'm not going to Louder Than Life. 1 ticket is $254. Okay. That's something to think about because they're also going to be performing in St. Louis, and St. Louis is about 5 hours from here. And I already looked. Floor seating is $155. I know. I don't know. Listen, I've been going to concerts for like a really long time, and it's like really, really outlandish how much they've gone up. But shout out to Pearl Jam being the real ones against Ticketmaster, which that's a rabbit hole I'm not going to go down right now because we can get really, really sidetracked. But yes, anyway, let's go back to Deftones. I also heard from a little bird they're coming out with a new album this year. Now, they said this back in February, and I heard it, and then I haven't heard anything else. So I'm really anticipating a little Easter egg, like, hey, you've been waiting all this time. The wait's gonna be over like right now, and here's your new album, and enjoy it, and you know. I wonder what that's gonna be like though. I wonder if it's gonna be Deftones, like we're just gonna kind of resurface ourselves, or is it gonna be like Deftones, new age? Like what direction do you think they're gonna go with? Because we know Chino has his side projects, you know, like Crosses and Team Sleep and stuff like that. So I wonder if maybe it'll be a mesh of that, because I was also reading an article. Shout out to Sean Lopez, because he's awesome. I really admire Sean Lopez, by the way. And I read an article that he said that, like, even though they're going to come out with that Deftones is going to come out with a new album, that they're not going to put Crosses on the full back burner. Like, they're going to, like, just take, like, a little, not hiatus, I don't want to say, because that's not, like, verbatim, but that's just, like, my interpretation of it, is that they're going to be like, okay, Crosses, you're going to be, like, right here, but, like, not for long. You're not going to be forgotten. Because I would really love to see Crosses perform again. I went and saw them at Marathon Music Works in Nashville, and if your favorite artist is playing there, I suggest you get that ticket and go see him, because that venue is, like, such an intimate venue that you could be standing, like, 5 rows back. Like, it's standing. There's no seats. You're going to be, like, right here with your favorite artist. Just saying. When I went and saw Crosses, I was like, I gotta find the video. I'll probably put like a collage or something together, and I'll post it. But you can hear me like, like just like hollering. I couldn't believe how close I was. I was like, the camera's not doing this justice right now. So it was really great. That was a really, really great experience, because seeing Crosses and then like seeing Deftones, I was just like, oh, what a crossover. I was like, this is awesome, because Deftones has been so nostalgic. Like, I remember before going to the school bus in the morning, my brother and I would watch MTV, and they would have like a couple different like music videos that we would try to like, get in or whatever. And because, like, I'm not gonna lie, Linkin Park was the first band that I was just like, I love this music. This is cool. I like it. And then one day, Deftones comes on, and I'll never forget it. The music video was for My Own Summer, and so I'm watching it, and I'm like, wow, look at this guy in his eyeliner, just like jamming out on top of a shark cage. Wow, I'm in love. Like, it was great. And just that sound of it, I've always felt like, I know this probably sound weird, but like whatever, but I always felt like if my soul had a sound, it'd be Deftones. Like, that's what my soul would sound like. Like, I just love how they are, where it can be like so melodic and then just at that same time, where it's just like, hell yeah, brother, I like what you're doing there. But yeah, if you've gone to this tour, I want to know when, where. I want to hear your experience. I want to hear your favorite song that they performed. Now, if you ask me, I can't tell you what my favorite song is, because pretty much all of them are. Like, I was so hyped. I didn't know they played a lot of the old, like, really, like, songs that I didn't even think they would probably play. And I was just like, like, literally, there's like a couple of videos I still have in my phone, and it's just, you can't even like make out what the video is, because I was just like jumping and going and headbanging and just like having a good old time. I remember I was like, I had to go to the bathroom so bad. I was just like, I can't hold it in anymore. I'm like, I'm about to pee my pants. So I get up and I climb over some chairs, because, like, again, Bridgestone Arena, the seats are like very narrow, like the space between like where you're sitting and the seat in front of you, So, and I really didn't want to bother those people again, because I was just like, I'm so sorry. My bladder is like yay big, and I gotta go again. and I don't want to disturb you. So my best friend and I, we climbed behind the seats, and like the gentlemen were like so nice because like they would help us, and we're like, oh, it's okay. And they're like, no, let's make sure you're safe. And I'm like, oh my god, what a gentleman. No, but bare minimum. So we got over, and then we started walking, and then all of a sudden, because they had like just ended the song before, which I can't remember what it was, but they had like just ended it, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I was like, well, it'll only be like a few more seconds, you know, they'll play the intro to another song and it'll be fine. Boom, what was the song? You've Seen the Butcher. And I was like, shut up. And I had to go to the bathroom so bad, so like we're going down, and like I'm on top of the stairs before you get down to the other level, and I was just like, whoa, yeah! I was like, I got so distracted there, and I was just like, I hope I don't miss the whole song. But the song went by so quick. By the time I was in the bathroom and I got out, which like it wasn't even that far of a trek to go to the bathroom, the song was already over. I was like, well, I guess I'll have to see them again. That's it. I had to buy another ticket and just one song. But I definitely want to see them again because they haven't toured since pause. I'm going to find that information for you. I thought you said you were such a fan. How come you don't know the last time that they toured? Shut up. When was the last time Deftones went on tour? They're currently on tour, yes. Their first headline run since 2022. Is that correct? Yeah, because you know what? I feel like back in 2020, they were supposed to go on tour, but then COVID happened, and then like obviously nobody was going on tour. And that was like, oh yes, and that was when they released Ohms, right? And that was their 9th album, and then they're coming out with their 10th studio album. I really want to know what that's going to sound like. I'm really interested. Because, you know, sometimes, I mean, listen, when I was younger, I really didn't have an appreciation for it for like a hot minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, Linkin Park, okay? So when Hybrid Theory came out, obsessed over it. I was like, this is great. I love how the sound sounds in my ears, and I like how they're like combining different sounds and like a little bit of different genres, and this is working out for me. I really dig this. And then, what was it? After Hybrid Theory, what was it? Meteora came out. And I was like, this is not Hybrid Theory. But that's the thing. Of course it's not Hybrid Theory. It's a different album. It's the same band, but different album that's going to have a different sound. So now that I'm older, I do have a more fond appreciation for artists that do grow more into themselves and, you know, just experience different genres within themselves, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's nice to see bands grow like that. And it also too gives you a different perspective on, you know, whatever they're going through and how they express it and stuff like that. It's interesting. I like that. So talking about their North American tour, what did you buy? Did you buy any merch? Because I know when I go to any concerts or festivals or anything like that, I like to get myself a little keepsake. And now I know. I've been going to concerts since I was about like 15. So I know it's gotten really, really expensive to get yourself a nice little souvenir. I know, but you deserve to treat yourself. So I hope you were able to treat yourself if you could have. Now, I was able to treat myself, and if I wanted to buy more stuff, because when I go to a show, I like to have enough money for maybe like one or two things. Just that's it, because I'm really indecisive, so I can't really make an executive decision on the spot. You know what I'm saying? But so when I went, which also, by the way, they had a lot of merch booths set up, which I really liked because it was packed. It was, I'm almost pretty sure it was a sold out show because we were looking at seats that were empty, right? And we're like, maybe we can get closer. Maybe we can get closer. And there was no way we could have gotten closer because every time we like saw a seat that was open, we're like, okay, so that's in row, da-da-da, in section, da-da-da-da. By the time we figured it out, people were walking down into their seats and sitting down. I was like, okay. I was like, you know what? We're here. It's all good. I'm enjoying it. I could see, I could rock out. This is fine. You know, we're good. But I'm going to tell you, one day you're going to see me. I'm going to be front row center. Woo! Right there for Deftones. And it's going to be amazing. And you're going to see me in their crowd picture just like crying. Yeah, crying tears of joy per usual. So I had went. Now, my best friend thought it was crazy. I could see it in her eyes. She didn't say it, but I know what she was thinking. Because I mean, it was expensive. Now I was torn between a tour shirt because, like, you know, that's like the thing. You get a tour shirt, you know, and that's like a really good souvenir of like, on this day, this is what I did, and here's the proof. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't. But I did see, I believe it's like, if you didn't get a tour shirt and you wanted one, I did see online for Deftones that they are selling their tour merch online. So there's that. And I'll probably order a tour shirt. Because listen, I had like 2 drinks and I was just like, I want everything and I don't know what I want. I was thinking like the tote bag, but I also want patches and I want this and I want that. And side note, Deftones, if you ever see this, can you please make dad hats too? Like, I don't look good in a fitted. I want a Deftones hat so bad, but I don't look good in fitted hats. And if you could do that, I'm going to purchase it. So thank you in advance. So, so this is what I got. And let me tell you, the quality of the sweater is great. And I really like it. So this is what I got. Oh, this is the front. So we have Deftones, or the skull and the rose, which I really, really loved. And then this is the back of it, which I like so much better because it's like boom in your face, you know what I mean? So yeah, I got this for $70. Yes, yeah, $70. I spent it. You know what? Treat yourself. I deserve it. I work really hard. But the sweater, like, it's like that really like soft, fuzzy inside. I loved it. Or I love it. I still love it. So, and their sizes are unisex, so it's not like, oh, do you have this in men's? Do you have this in women's? All their merch that was there was unisex. So, and then also got a little detail of Deftones inside of there. And this extra large is like really, really comfortable. Like I'm 5'1", and this is actually pretty long on me, but I like my sweaters like that. I like to, you know, to be able to feel like I'm wearing a comforter outside, you know, like a little blanket. It's like a little hug. It's like meeting the band and like, oh my God, hi. And I'm like, oh, it's so nice to meet you. Like, it's nice. I really like it. I'm happy with it. I do wish I bought more stuff. Like I said, they had a really nice tote bag that I was just like, give it here. But I think the tote bag was like $35. Don't quote me on this. I could totally be wrong. But when I say that the tote bag was like $34 and then the tour shirt was like $45, and I was like debating with myself. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna probably sleep in the tour shirt. I'm like, who cares? It's your shirt. I'm gonna probably end up ordering a shirt, but that's okay. Neither here or there. If you went and you got yourself a nice little souvenir, I want to know which one you got. If you got this sweater, oh my God, how comfortable is this? I wear this like almost every day. It's still the weather here in Nashville is like crazy. It's been hot, cold. Hey, there's a possible tornado watch, so gather your shit and go take cover. Which is, oh my God, that's been like, I'm from New York, so I'm like, I was like, what are these sirens? I'm like, what is this? But anyway, so yeah, I'm really happy with my purchase, and oh, it makes my heart so full. Like, I even have a Deftones lunchbox. That's how much I love them. But yeah, so this was, I thought the price of it was like decent, because I'm trying to think about like the fundamentals of tour merch. Like, I don't know the fundamentals of it. I don't know how much it costs for them to get it shipped out, and how much they have to pay, you know, vendors and then the employees to sell the merch and stuff like that. Like, I don't know like how that works, or like how the percentage of a cut that they get from, you know what I mean? Because they don't get all straight profit, I would imagine, right? Because it's like you got to pay you know, the distributor and shipping and all this stuff, which is like, I wonder how that works. Like if they get like sold out of like all their merch, like how do they get more? You know what I'm saying? So it's like if they're playing Nashville on Wednesday, and if Thursday they're going to Atlanta or Chicago or wherever they're going, how do they intercept new tour merch? Like, what do they do then? Or do they just, I feel like playing with numbers like that, like I've been in the restaurant industry for a really long time, and like doing inventory and like seeing like, okay, we went through this all this week or this month, and then we're going to do a projection of this. Like that would drive me insane. It used to when I would have to do inventory. I'm like, I just order more because at least you have it. Freeze it. No. But yeah, so I don't know how like the breakdown of that works, but like I guess it makes sense. 75% cotton, 25% polyester. Really, really comfortable. That is a good ratio if you're looking for a comfy sweater. Very nice. But let's put this aside. So yeah, so the experience was great. I can't wait to see them again. I'm telling you, the next time I see Deftones, I'm going to be front and center right there. It would be really cool to meet them. I mean, let me think in my memory bank. I've actually met a couple of musicians. Let me think. Okay, so really cool side quest of a story. I was living in Florida in the Fort Myers area. I think it was in Cape Coral. They kind of had, okay, no, wait, a couple people. I can't remember. There was like this motorcycle bar in Cape Coral. It was like down over by the Buddha, like, no, wait, the Buddha is in Fort Myers. No. It was somewhere in Cape Coral, and it was kind of like, it was a biker bar. And there was a band, Saving Abel, and then there was Adelita's Way, I believe it was. I gotta see if I can find the photo. But yeah, I was able to meet them. I got, oh my gosh, I'll show you. Sorry, I know this is going on like a totally different quest here. But this is my jean jacket that I used to wear, and I got it autographed by the band members in Saving Abel and Adelita's Way. And really fun thing. So we had an arm wrestling contest after the show, which like they like hung out and like drank at the bar, and like, so, but they were in like a VIP section of the bar or whatever. And then we used, these like people that I met, we were drinking and stuff, and then we are kind of like, oh shit, there they are. And they were like, oh, come hang out. So like, we were like, okay. So we went and hung out, and they started arm wrestling and stuff. And I was just like, me and the guitar player and the drummer were just like, what is happening? But it was cool. That was really nice. I gotta find the picture. If I can find the picture, I'll post it in here, but we'll see. But it would be really awesome to have that type of experience. I mean, we don't have to arm wrestle. We're good. But it would be really, really awesome to be able to meet them. Have you met Deftones? I want to know down below. Which, side note, I heard recently, maybe if I go on my little Google, what was that thing with Chino? He was like, he went to go sign something, and he's like, I'm not going to sign shit anymore. I mean, that must be like really aggravating, right? To have people like in your face all the time, to be like, oh, sign this. And then, right, you sign something for them because you're like, oh, here, have something special, like a core memory of this. And then they go on eBay and sell it. Like, that's annoying. Chino, mad at fan. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, here we go. It's a Reddit post. Oh, is there a video? What? Is this clickbait? Wait, what is this? Is this it?
Thanks for taking the time. Appreciate it.
Go ahead and tell your friends I'm not doing this shit no more.
Sir.
You guys go online and get in your little groups and shit. Tell people I'm not signing shit. sign these right now, but let them know I'm not signing.
Absolutely.
Good deal.
You get these last two then? What, you get these last two for the road then? I appreciate you, brother.
He looked very upset. I mean, they're human. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I just don't understand. There has to be more to that. Hold on. What does this say? Well, in the midst of their North American tour, Deftones stopped in Dallas, Texas over the weekend. Prior to the show, vocalist Gina Moreno was found by some fans walking around Dallas, seemingly trying to enjoy some personal time prior to the concert later that evening. The fans were seeking autographs for their vinyl records, and after signing quite a few of them, Moreno could be seen growing more annoyed, at some point telling a small crowd of fans he will no longer sign. In the short clip, Moreno can be heard saying, and then, "Go ahead and tell your friends I'm not doing this no more. You guys go online in your little groups and tell people I'm not signing no more. I signed these right now, but let them know I'm not signing anything." I think that's probably what it is. I mean, yes, he looked very upset. But I mean, like, can you blame the guy? I mean, imagine just like, I mean, I would never understand that amount of fame, but like, imagine just like trying to just take a cruise, just walk down the street and people are just like in your face with like all these albums and stuff. He looked very upset. But I've been to so many concerts. It's literally the most favorite thing for me to do. My first concert was the Spice Girls concert. And ever since then, just the whole the coming together in a collective where we all just to sit back and think like, wow, we all had the same thought to see this artist. We have some type of connection, or we relate to this artist in some type of way, or we appreciate their artwork, or whatever that it is. It's just like this beautiful form of unity, you know, and you get to be with like like-minded people, and it's like, wow, we have the same interests, like this is awesome. So with that being in the realm of the atmosphere itself, when you go to a concert, is just amazing. And I always do this every concert that I go to. I'm always just like, I take a second and I look back and I just look at the entire crowd and I'm like, I'm thinking about now, I'm getting so emotional. But it's just so beautiful. It's just such a beautiful thing to witness and be a part of, and just be like, wow, we're all here together. Like, no matter what we're going through, we're here right now to relieve whatever type of stress, you know, treat ourselves to something nice, as a concert or something like that, you know. It's a beautiful thing. I know it's probably not that deep, but that's just the way I see it. And I was actually able to record some of the Minerva set, and you could see that, like, you know, I like pan from side to side of the crowd, and you just see everyone with their phones, and just everyone's just like all together, and it's just like, it's so blissful, and I absolutely love it. And it's just another favorite memory that I have. So, and I'll post some, maybe I don't know how my editing skills are with this, but maybe I can put some inserts here. On my Instagram, I have some that I posted. I did post a reel on my YouTube channel as well that you can go ahead and take a peek at. And I believe moving forward, I'll share some more stories and more concert info. I want to be a singer, but I ain't gonna happen that quick, you know? But I'll put some more concert content. That's what I meant to say, because that's my main thing that I do. I mean, it's one of my favorite hobbies, I guess. Interest. I don't know. It's one of my favorite things to do. So thank you for listening to me yap, and till next time, take care. Bye.